The truth is, that was a recent photo, but I decided to dye my hair so I could fit in with the rest of the people here. I didn't want to stand out. Talking about people whose natural hair colour isn't... do you know Tom Lewis?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's a giveaway, isn't it? Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful man, great singer, really loud. I think I said the other night, the other day, if you're in a singing session with him, try and go to the other side of the room, because if you're anywhere near him, your ears get blasted out. He's about as loud as about 2.5 Wilsons. He really is loud. Tom has always gone all around the world singing in various sea shanty festivals and festivals of the sea, which don't have to be anywhere near the sea. Have you noticed that? Yeah, you've heard of the Alice Springs Shanty Festival, right? And he was doing one of these in Nebraska, I think, and a guy came up to him and said, "Oh, Tom, I envy you so much. You've been in the Navy and you've seen the sea and all the world. And, do you know, I feel in my heart, I feel I've got semen in my blood." And right, but Tom, the thing is, I've never even seen the sea. Very, very sad. And Tom was inspired to write this rather wonderful song. It's called All at Sea. What's a sailor doing here, so far from the ocean? Don't you think dry land is queer? Don't you miss the motion? Were you ever in Bombay, Singapore or Mandalay? I wish I could be far away and all at sea. It's so strange that all at sea means different things to you and me. To you it only means confused, to me it means being free. Did you ever have a bird riding on your shoulder? Lines from squinting at the sun make you seem much older. If you had your life again, would you live it just the same? Mine's been wasted, I'm to blame, I'm all at sea. In my youth I heard the call, dreamed I'd go to Montreal, find a ship and stow away, and never come back here. I'll not leave the way you leave, flying like an eagle. You'll not know how much I grieve and long to be a seagull. I'll stay here in dry land's grip. You'll move on, abandoned ship. In my heart I'll make that trip. A sailor man, that's me. Though no one here can see, I'm all at sea. Thank you very much. Lovely song that is. For some reason, I know why I was in the Lake District last October. Or was it the October? Who knows? Years just skip by, don't they? And for no apparent reason, I was in the Lake District to see the colours in October. It's cheaper than going to Vermont. And for some reason, this song just came to me. And I hadn't heard it since I was 13, probably, and I don't think I ever sang it. But for some reason, it just came back to me. And I thought, God, that's a good song, I'll do this. It was written by in about 1964 by a young songwriting duo called Gerry Rafferty and Billy Connolly. They were in a group together called Humble Bums, a duo at one time. Then Joe Egan joined, and then Joe and Gerry formed Stealers Wheel. Had a hit with Hit in the Middle, Suck in the Middle, Hit, Suck in the Middle. I was asleep about 45 minutes ago. I'm coming around, not got it off Brenda, and then of course Gerry became rather famous with Baker Street and so on. I don't know what happened to Billy Connolly. I'm not sure. Actually, I was doing an Edinburgh Festival a few years ago with a group I was in called the Joyce Gang, and it was one of those nights where you do 5 different venues in one night. It was a crazy night. And we just went on stage, and the sax player said to me, "Look who's that?" I said, "Oh, Cathal McConnell out of the Boys of the Lot." I thought, "Hi, Cathal." He said, "No, he was next to him." "Oh, it was Billy." Nice to see him there. And at the end he said, "That was great, lads. Maybe you should try some hobbit in your hair." He was drinking. He was drinking Caliber. He really was genuinely drinking Caliber. You remember he used to advertise it. Anyway, this is a song. He really was drinking it, honestly, and out of a bottle. And this is a song they wrote a long time ago. And it's a rather. They were 22 years old when they wrote this, and amazing at that age, amazing insight into the mind of a 10-year-old boy. It's called Rick Rack. Has a car. Rick Rack, rickety rack, see the train go along the track. When I grow up I want to be an engine driver. If I can't be that, I'll be a deep sea diver. My father says that I should always work on the land. I don't disagree with him when I see him at his hand. My mother thinks that I should be a carpenter to trade, and I could fill my home with all the things I had made. Rick Rack, rickety rack, see the train go along the track. When I grow up I want to be an engine driver. If I can't be that, I'll be a deep sea diver. I look at the sky, see the birds that can fly, and I feel like crying. Like a bird on a tree, I just want to be free, so I'll keep on trying. My brother says that I should pay attention at school, because I've never won a prize. He thinks I'm a fool. My teacher always asks me why I look so far away. It's just that I find nothing in the words he has to say. Rick Rack, rickety rack, I'm leaving home and I'm not coming back. I'm on my way to be an engine driver. If I can't be that, I'll be a deep sea diver. I brought it, so I'm going to use it. The banjo's being met with less derision these days for some reason. I don't know why. Probably because well pound, I suppose. Yes, you're a great singing audience. Yes, you're one of the best singing audiences at Whitby. This is nearly all chorus. Might be too much for you. It's from Helen North of Faversham in Kent. This is called The Midshipman's Boast. You know, I made all the effort to make sure my beer was up here, and I'm ignoring it. Just a second. Absolutely delicious. Thank you. Stowed away when I was 10, oh, the rolling, heaving sea. One young soul, 50 men, oh, the rolling sea, oh, the rolling, heaving sea. With a brisk and chasing wind, drives a strong man to his knees. Oh, heave-oh, oh, the rolling sea, oh. When the storm came on to blow, oh, the rolling, heaving sea, all the crew lay sick below, oh, the rolling sea, oh, the rolling, heaving sea. With a brisk and chasing wind, drives a strong man to his knees. Oh, heave-oh, oh, the rolling sea, oh. So I sail that ship alone, oh, the rolling, heaving sea. Single-handed brought her home, oh, the rolling sea, oh, the rolling, heaving sea. With a brisk and chasing wind, drives a strong man to his knees. Oh, heave-oh, oh, the rolling sea, oh. If you have no legs for sea, oh, the rolling, heaving sea, stay home, Jack, don't ship with me, oh, the rolling sea, oh, the rolling, heaving sea. With a brisk and chasing wind, drives a strong man to his knees. Oh, heave-oh, oh, heave-oh, oh, heave-oh, oh, the rolling sea, oh. you very much. Hello, Robin.
Hello.
Those of you that haven't seen him yet, you have a treat in store. This guy is fantastic. Well, you wish you played the flute, we don't.
Maybe more then.
Did you see the Wilsons the other night? When were they on? Sunday night? Was it? No, Saturday night. No, we were on Sunday night. When? Last night. They're getting better and better, aren't they? I think that's astonishingly good.
I'll change tuning.
All right. And how did you change the strings on that?
Whenever they need.
I'm like that with these. Yeah, I haven't changed them for 1 month. Elixir, you never need to change them. I long for the touch of your whips, dear, lips, dear, but much more for the touch of your whips, dear. You can raise welts like nobody else as we dance to the masochism tango. I long to be hurt and to suffer. The going has got to get rougher. Poke out my eyes, set fire to my flies as we dance to the masochism tango. And then kick me once again and make me scream in pain and pull out all my hair. And then, if all else fails, bend back my fingernails, you know that I won't care. You remember that night at Geppetto's when you danced on my face in stilettos. Oh, what relief to lose all my teeth as we danced. And I never will forget that red-hot cigarette that you stubbed out on my nose. Who cares if they say you're a beast or even mad? At least the National Health won't close. Say our love is a flame, not an ember. Say it's me that you long to dismember. It's great to be in such agony as we dance, as we dance, as we dance to the masochism tango. Thank you. I'm going to do one more. It's quite long. You might not want another one after this. If you've seen me before this week, I apologise because you probably hate this song. Everyone hates this song except me. This needs to be sung. It's been inspired by the Grenfell Tower tragedy, or the setting of it was, by Mike Reinstein. There's a poem by Robert Southey, the poet laureate at the start of the 19th century. Contemporary of Wordsworth and Coleridge and Hart. And it's about a 10th century German bishop, or Bishop Hatto, who was a very unpleasant man, as you shall find out. And all through, for several centuries, there was There was a belief throughout Northern Europe that when people died, their souls turned into rats and mice. The summer and the autumn had been so wet, and in winter the cold was growing yet. 'Twas a piteous sight to see all around, the crops lay rotting on the ground. Every day the starving poor gathered around Bishop Hatto's door. He had a plentiful last year's store, and all the neighborhood could tell his granaries were furnished well. But what do we do with them? What do we do with the poor? What do we do with them? What do we do with the poor? At last Bishop Hatto appointed a day to quiet the poor without delay. He bade them to his great barn repair, so they could have food for the winter there. Rejoice, such tidings good to hear. The poor folk flocked from far and near. The barn was full as it could hold, the women, the children, the young and the old. What do we do with them? What do we do with the poor? That's the chorus. What do we do with them? What do we do with the poor? When he saw it could hold no more, Bishop Hatto made fast the door. And while for mercy on Christ they called, he set fire to the barn and burned them all. The servant came next morning as he entered his home, where his picture stood against the wall. Sweat like death all over him came, the rats had eaten it out of the frame. The servant came running presently, and he was as pale could be. Fly, my Lord Bishop, fly, said he. 10,000 rats are coming this way. The Lord forgive you for yesterday. But what could I do with them? What could I do with the poor? What could I do with them? What could I do with the poor? Then in at the windows, in at the door, through the walls, helter-skelter they pour, down from the ceiling, up from the floor, from right and left, from behind and before, within and without, above and below. Then all at once to the bishop they go. They whetted their teeth against the stones, and now they picked the bishop's bones. They torn the flesh from every limb. They were sent to do justice on him. What do we do with them? What do we do with the poor? What do we do with them? What do we do with the poor? What do we do with them? What do we do with them? What do we do with them? Thank you. Nasty stuff. I'm going to do the song, the last song I did here with Maggie. Learned from Bob and Jill Berry, who are here at the festival. Anyone seen them yet?
Yeah.
A joyous thing to see, Bob and Jill. And this is called One for Sorrow. This is the most pessimistic song I know, but it's very jolly. Sitting in a tree, one magpie looking at me with his beady eye, tipping up his tail in a mad march scale. Goodbye, Maggie Pie, time to fly. All right, got that? Yeah. Now I'd already written a tune called "Among the Crows and Rooks," which went on the end of to go on the end of a song that I do with Mick Ryan called Georgie Barnwell, which ends up where the bloke he kills his uncle in a field full of crows and rooks. So I call it Among the Crows and Rooks. And if you listen very carefully, you might be able to hear a crow cawing in the tune. One magpie sitting in a tree, one magpie for sorrow, sitting there laughing and grinning at me. I'm gonna have a bad day tomorrow. Sitting in a tree, one magpie looking at me with his beady eye, tipping up his tail in a mad march scale. Goodbye, Maggie Pie, time to fly. It's one of those days I should have stayed in bed. I know I'm going to suffer. I was on the beer last night, I've got a naked head. Things are just gonna get rougher. Sitting in a tree, one magpie looking at me with his beady eye, tipping up his tail in a mad march scale. Goodbye, Maggie Pie, time to fly. I haven't got a job since I went and told the boss he knew where he could stuff it. I haven't got a house cause my rent is overdue. I'm gonna have to rough it. Sitting in a tree, one magpie looking at me with his beady eye, tipping up his tail in a mad march scale. Goodbye, Maggie Pie, time to fly. Never trust your luck when things are going well. They won't go well forever. Oh, my luck is in and out like a cuckoo in the clock, and it changes with the weather. Sitting in a tree, one magpie looking at me with his beady eye, tipping up his tail in a mad march scale. Goodbye, Maggie Pie, time to fly. Maybe it's because I like a little drink. Maybe it's because summer over. Maybe it's because I never stop and think, cause I do it 10 times over. Sitting in a tree, one magpie looking at me with his beady eye, tipping up his tail in a mad march scale. Goodbye, Maggie Pie, time to fly. If I ever get my hands on that thieving little bird, I'll give him one for sorrow. But he's gone and flown away, left me to my fate. I'm gonna have a bad day tomorrow. Sitting in a tree, one magpie looking at me with his beady eye,
Bye.